Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I created this really beautiful magical unicorn look. The unicorn is actually one of the most common costumes for Halloween, so I thought it'd be really fun to bring in some color in there and get this look started. Something happened with my video where I did not record the first part of what I did, but all I did was prime the lid and I added a pink shadow to begin with. I'm using the Michaela X Glamlight palette, and I used the color Icon for the pink, and now I'm using Pot 2 for the purple, and I'm going to be blending that out together so that way both those colors look nice and blended. During this video, I was on a call with a few of my friends, so if you see me talking off camera or just smiling out of nowhere, that's because I'm talking to them on the phone, but they actually inspired me to do this unicorn look. They gave me the idea. Now I'm going to be using the color Masshole, which is this very beautiful like deep blue, and I'm going to be blending that on the very end up into the purple. Now that we are done blending out that color, I'm going to move on to the concealer, and this is the OG one that I always use, the e.l.f. concealer, and I'm going to be giving myself a full cut crease. I finally made up my mind and I know what I'm going to be for Halloween, but I am going to keep that a secret and I'm going to wait to tell you guys later on because I do want to record a look on how I created that look. But you can let me know yours down below if you want to comment what you're going to be or give me a little hint and I can try to guess what it's going to be. Now that I have cut my crease, I'm going to go back into the palette and get the color Audrey, which is this beautiful green shimmery color. And with a flat brush, I'm only going to focus that in the inner section of where I cut the crease. I wanted to use my fingers in this area because I feel like it would give us the best payoff with the glitter. But with that spot being so close to where we did the pink, I didn't want the colors to mix. And I just wanted to make sure that it looked nice and smooth. Once I'm done with the blue, I'm going to go back into the palette and get this shimmery purple color, which is called Immaculate. And I'm going to be applying that next to that blue and blending those colors out together with another flat brush. Once I'm done with that shimmery purple color, I'm going to go back into the palette and grab the color Simping, which is another beautiful shimmery pink. And I'm going to be layering that next to that purple and just blending those colors out together and making sure that the end of where we did the dark blue color is also blended as well. And I'm not done with the eyes just yet, but I am going to move on to the face. And now I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Concealer in the color 350 Biscuit, which is the one that I always use all the time. And I'm going to be concealing my under eyes. I went ahead and did these next steps off camera. So I did the concealer, I blended that out. Then I used the NYX Blur Light Medium Foundation. And then after that, I used the Maybelline Superstay Pressed Powder. And then I also use the Physicians Formula All-Star palette to do the bronzer and the blush and the highlight, and I used that bronzer. My cheeks weren't pink enough, so I used this Glamlight X Chucky palette, and I used this pink color right there. And then I did a wing eyeliner with the NYX Epic Liner, and then I put on mascara with the Call Me Queen Essence Mascara. And now I'm going to be using the NYX liner in the color White to draw a white line where we did the crease. This is actually going to be the horn, so you do want to make sure this line is nice and thick. And you also want to end it with a sharp point at the end. You will see how I did that here in a little bit. Now that we have finished both horns, I did want to go ahead and move on to the lashes while that white eyeliner dries, so we can go over it and do some designs with the different colors. Now that I am done with the lashes, I'm going to move on to a product that I haven't used yet, and this is the P. Louise Off the Record Water Activating Palette. And just look at all those fun colors that it comes with in that big mirror. I'm so excited to see how these colors perform. I'm going to be starting off with this mustard color first, and I'm going to be giving myself some candy cane like stripes and just doing a little bit at a time. With the water activating palette, you do want to make sure that you have a water bottle spray on hand just because the colors do dry within 25 to 30 seconds. So it's nice to have them always moist whenever you're ready to use them again. And with a unicorn horn, you can do a variety of different colors. I believe I just did yellow. I thought I did more than one, but I guess I just did the yellow. And now I'm using that pink that I originally started with, and I'm going to be blending that out the bottom of my waterline. Next, I'm going to be using the NYX Jumbo Cream Pencil, and this color is actually a shimmery frosted white, so it doesn't look completely white. It has a little bit of shimmer, and I thought this would be perfect for this magical look. Next, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Chameleon highlighter, which is one of my favorites, and this has some pretty golds and greens in there, and I'm going to be applying that to the top parts of my cheek. A unicorn look is not complete without glitter, so I'm going to be using a palette that I actually made myself. This was actually a tutorial that I followed by Sierra Cohn. I'm going to link her video down below in the description. I've made this before for another friend, and she also absolutely loves this palette. I'm going to be using this pink that has some pink and yellow in there. As you can see, it's very glittery and so pretty. And I'm going to be dabbing that on the outer sides of my cheek all the way up to my temple bone. This palette only consists of chunky glitter, glycerin, and aloe vera gel. Can you believe only 3 simple ingredients created this really pretty palette? It's amazing. So now I'm using these 2 other colors, the purple and the blue, and as you can see, the blue is also very pretty as well. The good thing about this palette is that you can continue to layer it as much as you need to. I have even done this on my hair as well for whenever I do something like for festivals or just for events. It's always really fun to add it to your hair as well. And now I'm going to be adding mascara to my bottom lashes. Now I'm going to be using the NYX liner in the color Sapphire, which is a blue that you guys have seen before. And I'm going to be using that to create some dots on the side of the horn. We did a dark blue eyeshadow. You might not see it on camera, but in person you can definitely tell that there is some dots there. And if you wanted to show more, you can even do like a different color. So you can do like a yellow, a white, a pink, just so it can stand out some more. Using the NYX Duck Plump Double Dose color to outline the outside of my lips, and it's a very pretty brown color. And then I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it actually tingles a little bit because it is plumping, so that's a plus because it makes your lips look a lot bigger than they are. Next, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place lipstick in the color Lady, which is a very beautiful nude color, and I just love their packaging, and look how beautiful this lipstick is. It's so nude, so natural, and it goes well with so many other lip liner colors. And now that I have blended those colors out together, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. lip gloss, and the color is Divine Wine, and it's a very pretty sparkly pink color, and I'm going to be layering that on top of where we just did the nude and the lip liner. And I just love this type of applicator. It's really big and it picks up a lot of gloss, and I feel like it just kind of like evenly distributes that lip gloss. And that is all for this magical look. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the link for Sierra Cohn's palette. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye!